can here. And I just wanted to take a minute to share with you guys a little story that I have when I was going through one of the toughest times of my life, probably about 2 years ago. It has to do with these 4 rusty nails here. You're probably wondering why there's 4 rusty nails. Everybody knows what 3 are, symbolizing Christ on the cross, but there's 4 here. 2 years ago, I was going through a tough time of my life, like I said, and I was out riding a 4-wheeler, and I stopped off out at a railroad track, and I was sitting down there just talking to God, and I looked down at my feet, and God's like, you know, pick up that rusty nail. And I was like, okay, don't know what this is for, but this is cool. So I went back, sat back down on the tracks, started talking to God again, trying to compose myself and everything, just thinking, talking to God, and he's like, look down between your feet. And I did, and he's like, wiggle that nail out that's in that track. And I was like, wiggle the nail out, nails don't come out. So I just wiggle it. So I did, and this thing came out. Not supposed to, but it came out. And I was like, wow, you know, there must be something to this thing. So I don't know, I probably sat there 30, 45 minutes praying and talking to God, and God's like, okay, now that you found these other 2, I want you to look to the left and to the right of you, pull out those other 2 nails. And I was like, 2 more nails, wow. So I looked to the left, wiggled the nail that was right there next to me, it came out. Wiggled the one to the right, it came out. You know, and I was like, I didn't even know what to say or think. I was in tears, just, you know, thinking that, you know, what are the odds of me sitting in this exact spot, you know, where these 3 nails are loose and I'm able to pull them out. Well, you know, I got to thinking about that thing, and this is why I'm sharing my story. There's a lot of people out there hurting, a lot of people going through a lot of things, and you know, I just thought this might encourage somebody. But you know, these 3 nails here do symbolize, you know, Christ on the cross. He took all of our cares and worries, and we don't have to worry about them anymore, as long as we give them to Him. So you know, the next time you're thinking and you're just having a rough time, you know, it may be the roughest time of you that's looking at this video right now. Just remember that, you know, God took everything and you don't have to carry it. You know, just think about these 3 nails here that I'm, you know, showing you now, and you can visualize them. You know, and I will always visualize them because they're going to sit on my shelf forever, because I'm not going to get rid of them, because I still go through rough times and I have to pick up these rusty nails and just think about, you know, where I was 2 years ago, and I'm so much different than I was then. So you guys be encouraged, and just know, you know, Christ is there for you. Y'all have a good night.